Blog Talk Radio.
What the fuck is up, y'all? Scotty Two Balls up here on CarnivalSpirits Radio. We have got some very special guests here in the house. AMB, Axe Murder Boys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, doing good, man. What up?
Awesome.
You can hear us?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Dope.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Fucking thank you, man.
First off, Otis, fucking wonderful job on this mixtape.
Thanks, man.
Dude, just the fact that you put it up there and made it free for everybody was a fucking great gift. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to keep doing that.
That's awesome, because we haven't heard nothing from you for a little bit. Everybody's been kind of waiting for the Garcia Brothers LP to drop.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So,
hell yeah, that's the shit, dog. I hope everybody likes it, man, and that Garcia Brothers is sounding pretty sweet, too, so we'll be able to show everybody some of that soon and drop some hella fucking information on it.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's a big question that I've been getting from everybody. Ask them about Garcia Brothers. When the hell's that coming out? What, you know?
I think we have one in mind, and I can let you know that we're probably going to let y'all know when we release the sampler for the album, which we're going to probably, the sampler's looking to come out like after like the first week of the Fresh Crew tour. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when that sampler comes out, if everything falls into place, then we'll say it on the sampler and everybody will know then when that bitch is going to be dropping. You know what I'm saying?
Thinking probably March 1st, March 2nd, somewhere along the first week of March, we'll have that sampler out.
And it's going to be dope.
Awesome. Looking forward to that shit then. Yeah, dude, because strictly for the Scrubs mixtape, that was incredible.
Originally, like, that fucking Scrubs mixtape, man, that was, like, a lot of Garcia Brothers material. You know what I'm saying? And we just ended up fucking, I can't even really remember why we did that, but we just ended up putting this mixtape out, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just time to put some new shit out, and we had a bunch of other stronger tracks for the Garcia Brothers, so we decided to put that shit out. But yeah, a lot of that stuff was recorded in Detroit for Garcia Brothers way back then. Fucking feels like 2 years now or something. I don't know. My sense of time is all off because I be smoking a lot of weed and shit.
We evolved so fucking fast. Like, if we got a whole bunch of new shit, like, literally a week later, we're like, yeah, we could do better. So,
yeah.
All the new Garcia Brothers shit we think blows strictly for the Scrubs out of the water, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a fresh-ass fucking mixtape.
Awesome.
Feel shit. Well said, brother, man.
That's great to hear, man. Well, let's get into a little bit of your history. A lot of people know, some people, you know, are new to this whole scene, you know, the horrorcore genre, juggalos in general. You know, they're just coming into this. Axe Murder Boys won the Underground Psychos contest.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Way back in the day. That's fucking crazy. That was like almost 8 years ago now.
Damn.
Yeah, holy shit, that's crazy to think about. Almost 8 years, for real.
Almost 8 years ago.
That was like winning the world championship or something, dog. That was the fucking shit.
Fuck yeah.
Straight up. Looking back at it, it's like that shit was hella dope.
For real. Shit, we didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? We had no fucking clues. I mean, at least to me, I didn't think that we were going to win it all until the last 2 seconds before we won, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
I remember Alex Abyss came up and shook all four of our hands, and there was something about the way he looked at us, or he was like, "You motherfuckers got it," and it was like, sick. But I still didn't know for sure, and then they said that shit, and man, that shit was just like the fucking moment for life right there.
For real.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember watching just the whole contest on the interwebs, you know, just ICP's little American Idol, you know, Underground Psychos, and seeing you guys on there. And
it's crazy, too, because when it first started, we were always talking about joining it and entering the contest and all, and we were like, well, you know, it depends really, you know what I'm saying, we don't really know, and our crew actually were the people,
crew was like,
they convinced us, they were like, oh, you have to do this shit. It's like, it's a given. A Juggalo contest for Psychopathic. You guys have been repping since day one. You know, why not? You know what I'm saying?
That's the first contest that Psychopathic has had that I've participated in that I, like, actually won, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've done some, like, Juggalo trivia at the gatherings and shit and, like, fucking open mics and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one, man. That was a fucking big one. That pretty much made us, like, national, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's where it all kind of got started. It's on the national tip, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Started touring and shit. Started fucking doing drugs and fucking hookers. You know what I'm saying?
Now, was it the Fuck the Fuck Off tour? Was that your first national tour?
That was our second national tour. Our first one was this Hallowicked tour that was like 6 shows long.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that came right before that, and then our first real long national tour was that Shaggy 2 Dope tour. That was the fucking bomb.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best experiences ever, man. I was totally sober at the time too. Speaking about drugs and hookers, like I was a fucking straight edge on that tour. Everybody was calling me a pussy and shit.
Sure, I bet your nerves were shot.
Right. Otis wasn't even old enough to drink at that age.
Yeah, man, I was only 18 years old when that tour was popping off.
Straight up.
Damn.
I just turned 21 for shit.
That's when I was really young wicked. That's when I should have started calling myself that, because I was hella fucking younger than I am now.
Younger wicked.
Younger wicked.
Damn, that's crazy.
Young biscuit.
Yeah, we've done a shit ton of fucking local shows before the contract and all that, and we actually did a couple out of state too, in like surrounding Colorado states, you know, New Mexico, Arizona, and shit. Little small ones here and there. And then, but yeah, definitely that was the biggest one. Besides the Hallowicked, technically, that was the first big one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was some dope shit. Hey, Bones, I'm going to let you take over for a second. I got to fucking grab my kid real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm picking up my daughter.
Yeah, we're both on daddy duty today. We got to spend as much time as we can before we hit the road.
Yeah. But y'all stay on the line. I'll fucking be right back.
All right, man.
Put the phone down. All right.
All right, well, Bones, this will give me a chance to get into one of these questions, which is kind of for you then.
Definitely.
Is there any plans, since Otis released a solo album, are you planning on doing any solo shit for yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I've been planning on doing a solo for a while, too, but I can't. My original plan was drop it right after Garcia Brothers, and since we got so much work to do on it before it comes out, and we got this tour coming up, and so much promotion to do, I'm definitely probably going to drop it afterwards, and I have a couple tracks recorded for it now. But, yeah, definitely want to put it out as soon as I possibly can, you know what I'm saying? But, and then we also want to do, speaking of solo shit, we also want to do deluxe editions to where, like, cause, like, this first Young Wicked one is all him. It's nothing but Otis to the whole entire album.
Yep.
And then mine's going to be the same way, with just myself through the whole entire album, probably the same amount of tracks and whatnot. And then we're going to do these deluxe editions to where we have fresh features on newer tracks too. You know what I'm saying? That come with some of the tracks from the original, but then have feature tracks as well. But yeah, fucking hey, to answer your question, definitely, man, definitely doing a Bone solo soon. We'll drop that shit for free too. You know what I'm saying? Try to hook up the ninjas, hook up everybody who wants to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Try to fucking keep pushing that AMB shit.
Awesome. Are you gonna have like people from the label, from Canonize?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Featured on that? And...
Yep. We're trying to hook up with a bunch of different artists too. I can't really name drop at the time, you know what I'm saying? But definitely want to have a bunch of features on it too, you know what I'm saying? Especially Garcia Brothers too. That's going to have some features on it as well.
Nice. What is the current status of Canonize right now as far as new artists?
Right now,
what's your roster like right now?
I mean, yeah, exactly. We're fucking officially, technically, right now the only the main artist right now. I mean, we're working on, like I say, technically the official roster right now because we're working on a couple new ones as we speak, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, let's see, it's AMB, us, you know, of course, Otis, Young Wicked, and me.
Hello?
Yo, you there?
Yeah, back in the house, my bad.
Yeah, I was just saying, he asked about Canonize and what the official roster is right now, so officially right now it's AMB, Ex-Murder Boys, Young Wicked, Bones, J Dirty, Big Trox, Mind Shot, which is Prey and DK. I'm sure they'll have some solo shit coming out too. Flows, FLOWS, and Kamikaze, which is a super group, with me, Otis, and Prey and DK from Mind Shot. And I'm sure we'll do a couple more super groups as well.
Yeah, there'll probably be a Fresh Crew album in the works.
Yep,
just
Fresh
like
Crew
a
album.
mixtape for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Another Canonized mixtape, of course, eventually. And then, yeah, like I said, we're working on a couple new ones right now, too. So, but yeah, that's the official roster as of right now. Running shit in the 303 and nationwide, worldwide.
We're probably going to sign the zombie corpse of Michael Jackson.
Yep.
To work out the kinks.
You guys going to sign any holograms or anything?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we got the Biggie hologram.
Hologram.
Nice.
Biggie hologram. Hell yeah! I want to sign Michael Jackson's doctor.
Yeah, true that. Okay,
Medicate everybody. Nice. Got the base camp in Denver then?
Yeah, straight up.
Actually, we're like we got most of the homies are in Colorado, but Bones is out in Texas, and then we got homies in Detroit still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're a nationwide operation right now.
Yeah,
and
for real.
You know, that's another thing that stands in the way of us finishing the Garcia brothers. Is there's a bunch of stuff we got to do together still. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do so much over the internet, but it's fresher to fucking get a whole song done with everybody in there and all the homies, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for real. And the creative process works a lot better too when me and Otis are in the same studio, straight up.
Yeah, so that's how we're gonna get the sampler done, is hook up and finish it up, make it super bomb for everybody, and then put it out, and hopefully y'all dig it, y'all play it and shit, spread it around and shit, all that. Man, I'm cussing up a storm right now. I got my daughter with me. Bella says hi to everybody out there, by the way.
Right on. Well, we got some questions about your history, like before even signing to Psychopathic or Hatchet House or any of that. What were some of your musical influences to make you even want to start rapping?
Well,
go ahead,
For me, I mean, it was mostly, you know what I'm saying, I'd say gangster rap, you know what I'm saying? I mean, besides Psychopathic, of course, because that's what me and Otis grew up on, really.
Right.
But, I mean, outside of Psychopathic, you know, obviously Bone Thugs, Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying, NWA, you know, Tupac, of course, a lot of West Coast shit, you know what I'm saying, fucking, off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying, just all kinds of people, really. I mean, right now, as of these days, right now, me and Otis listen to all kinds of shit, and good music is good music, you know what I'm saying? But
true that.
Influences on that note back in the day, definitely some West Coast gangster rap type shit, and you know, a little bit of rock.
Master P and them.
Oh, of course,
Bones
yeah. I can't leave out
No
Master P and No Limit. I was a fiend for that shit back in the day.
And 3-6.
Mystical, of course, you know what I'm saying? Fiend, you know, the Silk the Shocker, the whole No Limit roster, really, besides Mia X. She sucks.
Right. I listened to a bunch of shit, man. Really what made me want to get into the rapping was ICP.
Right.
But before ICP came around, I only dabbled in the rap a little bit with what Bones would be listening to. And then he showed me ICP, and that's when I was like, I want to do that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But before that, I listened to, like, everything. And, like, dog, a lot of times it's not even fresh for me to name off some of the stuff that I listen to because nobody likes the shit I be bumping sometimes, dog. But I'm into, like, all the old school G shit as well. And then, you know, I love all the Psychopathic shit. I can't front at all about that. I'm just a hellified juggalo at heart, you know what I'm saying?
Right, straight up.
And then I like a lot of the new guys now. Like, Ritz is awesome. Like, I know Bones loves Ritz, too.
Yeah,
that dude Ritz, Yellow Wolf's, like, fucking ninja. Dope. And fuck, man. I'll leave all the stale ones out in this interview. But I will say this. Nowadays, one of my big inspirations, like arranging music and using Pro Tools and all this, and like being and like mixing records and shit is my dad's favorite artist, this guy named Frank Zappa.
Oh yeah.
Frank Zappa's like a OG, and you can't really bump his stuff without getting like a headache. But but the technique behind all of it is pretty sweet, dog. That's the type of shit that inspires me nowadays.
Right,
you know what I mean? So
no, he's a legend.
As far as rap goes, though, we're just trying to kill everything. That's what the mixtape was about, was taking a bunch of beats and trying to, like, murder-late them. I don't know how much I, like, accomplished that, but I know that the tape was sweet, you know what I'm saying? It's fun to listen to.
Yeah, you succeeded. That's for damn sure. In my opinion, that shit is fire.
Yeah, it was great.
Tight,
just a wide variety of different instrumentals and shit, and the way you switched them up is, you know, fucking insane. It's great. I like the way how you put the Stalker on there. And then you got like 3 AM by Eminem, and then you got like Yellow Wolf and Ritz and Tech Nine, you know. Like, awesome mixtape.
Got some hopping in there, dog.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to do it, too, is try to just get on the level of anybody else that I can, like, feel like I can hang with, you know what I'm saying? And then also, like, there's some real mainstream ones in there, too, but those are just kind of fresh to do sometimes because some of them beats are dope, you know?
Right, yeah.
So it's like I pepper those in there, too, and so far people haven't really been like, because I was a little worried about it, being that we're like a real juggalo group. I didn't know if people were going to be like, oh, fuck that. But no, I haven't seen or heard too much of that shit. So I heard this. Everybody hates those horn sounds that I put in there. Those crazy Jamaican horn sounds, dog. They hate those, dog.
That's crazy. I fucking love that shit. But yeah, I've heard the same thing.
I love them sounds, dog. I love them sounds.
That's what I'm saying. It makes it hype.
I read some shit on there where it was like, you know, can somebody edit out these annoying horn sounds for me or something? I thought that shit.
Edit them out.
I thought that shit was funny, man.
I haven't heard anything negative about it. I've seen a lot of people give it props and spreading it around, you know. So.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. I haven't heard nothing negative about it except for the horn sounds, and then even negative people who are like, oh, you know, I'm not really down with AMB, but this shit is fire. This shit is dope.
Right.
You know, that's dope. That's all I can really say. I'm already working on another one, man, and like a follow-up, and that'll be free, too, and we'll just keep putting them out like that, you know what I'm saying? I might do a solo EP in the future that we actually sell of all original tracks, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and I was telling him, too, he was asking me about a Bones mixtape when you left, too, and I was like, hell yeah, we're going to put out a lot of shit for free. And
yeah, man, because there's no harm done in giving out more shit to your fans, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that'll make the albums more special, and that'll make the fucking freebies more special, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And plus, we're in a zone right now. Finally, like we're both in such good places right now that we're like hella motivated. So we're cranking out tons of shit all year. It's about to be the year of Canonized for sure, dog.
Yeah,
at least it's definitely gonna. It's gonna be a good fucking time, man. And it's dope too because it's like we're celebrating the fact that that 2012 shit didn't go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
right.
It's like, oh, we got another chance. All right, that wasn't real either. You know what I'm saying? So time to take advantage of this life we got and you know put all our heart and effort into this music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's going down. Hopefully by the end of next year. Or whatever, by the end of this year, we'll be on our way to being as established as, like, a Strange Music is, you know what I'm saying? However long that takes, between now and 5 years from now, whatever. That's my fucking prediction, man, is we're going to build our company up the same way they did theirs, same way Psychopathic did it before them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And fucking on and on. So it's going like that, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely expect a lot of new shit coming out from us this year, you know, and the following years as well, like you were saying.
Are we coming by your city, homie, on this tour?
Yeah, I believe you are. Let me look at the tour date.
What city are you in? I don't even know.
I'm close to Wichita, Kansas. Well, no, you're not. Not yet, anyway.
Nah.
Yeah, well, I think we're hitting Kansas on the second leg for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we also got a couple other tours in the works, too. We can't really talk about it yet, but we got a couple other tours in the works, too, with some other artists, and I'm sure we'll definitely be hitting Kansas soon.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, well, within, like, you know, the next 2 months, we'll be through your area and through pretty much everybody's area.
Yeah,
it's going to be dope.
That's what I was going to say, too. A lot of people are saying, oh, why aren't you coming to my city? Why aren't you coming to my city? Well, this first leg is really just West Coast, and it's not even all West Coast. We're skipping a lot of cities, too, but it's not because we don't want to, because we do want to. We're going to be everywhere this year. It's just a matter of getting it booked and all the details lined up and timing and scheduling and all that shit. We're definitely going to hit every city that we possibly can this year, though, for sure.
It's pretty fresh, though, that we're like a totally independent band nowadays.
Right.
And, you know, completely self-sufficient, and we're booking our own national tours like that. That shit is sick. You know, Kung Fu Vampire does that, and Mars does that, and fucking those dudes are fresh, and that shit's just fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And then we can still land some big tours, rolling out with Twisted or Killer or fucking ICP like we have been in the however past year or whatever that we weren't even on the label. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that shit is awesome to me, dog.
It is. It's awesome. Been playing the gatherings and all that shit.
Yeah, the gatherings, the bomb. We're gonna have some big announcements about our gathering trip this year coming up soon. So that'll be tight, man. Oh, and the mixtape. People are talking about hard copies of the mixtape. I want to let everybody know, if you come to the Fresh Crew tour, if it's coming through your city and you buy anything from the merch store, like anything at all, don't matter what it is, you get a free hard copy of the mixtape. So that's how that's going down. And that'll continue on to the second leg on the East Coast and on to any other tours that we do. Fucking nice. You get a free disc with everything, any purchase, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be
shit. We definitely plan on having hard copies of anything free we put out for sure.
Nice. Yep. That's fucking sweet. Somebody wanted to know, do you guys plan on bringing the Wicked Weekly Wicked Shit freestyles back?
Yeah.
Yes. Shit. Hell yeah.
Those are on the way, man. Those are on the way. Expect one very shortly.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We also plan on doing a couple of different fucking webisode type things, too. I know I definitely want to get a lot of shit recorded on the Fresh Crew tour. Not exactly sure when each thing will come out, but we'll be dropping a lot of shit like that. But yeah, definitely the Wicked Weekly shit, Wicked shit.
Yeah, man, them shit. The fucking freaky, wicked, weekly shit.
Wicked.
Yeah, we're going to put some of those out and then also do like a canonized cipher, the way all the labels got ciphers nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're gonna do a canonized cipher where everybody can write their rap and fucking step up and spit it, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll be right back.
Word. I bet you he's having a fucking kid emergency right now. We got kids, yo.
Oh, I got 4 of them. I hear you.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man.
Juggalo dad's getting older, you know.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, that reminds me. There's a website called InsaneClownParents.com. It's like a website for Juggalo parents and advice and shit like that. So if there's any young Juggalo parents out there that want to check that out, a friend of mine runs that up in Grand Junction. She just fucking created the website or whatever, and that's pretty fresh for people. You know what I'm saying?
Have to check that out, yeah.
Yeah, people go on there and I don't know, read about parenting and being a juggalo all at the same time.
Right.
It's pretty fresh. It's real small, you know. It's not a big hoopla or nothing, but it's fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? There's juggalos in everything, man.
Yeah.
Shit is sick. So did a bunch of people write in with questions? Bones,
yeah, I got.
That's where you're getting those questions from.
Well, right. I got some off the top of my head, and I got some fans submitted.
No.
So I'll get into a few more of them real quick.
All right. Well, I'm back. You hear me?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know, is the album How Far Will I Go real? Because it wasn't mentioned in the Cut and Stitch discography breakdown.
No, I think when people are calling it How Far Will I Go, it's actually the Down Low EP. Because on the song, the Down Low, it's just a question of how far will I go,
Right.
we get the sound of the ground, And so that's got to be the Down Low EP, because I don't think we ever made a record called that.
Yeah,
did we?
Question
no, I don't
confused
think
me.
so. I mean, we might have planned on it one time or another, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the Down Low EP. And that was before Unforgiven Forest, and I'm pretty sure we only pressed like 200, maybe even less copies for it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wondering off that question if it would be like a good idea to press all that old shit. I wonder if Ninjas would be into that. Yeah, that was another
question. Someone's wondering if you guys are going to re-release your old catalog.
Yeah, straight up. I get a lot of questions about that sometimes, and we definitely want to. I know, Otis, you had a great idea at one point.
Box set and that thing?
Yeah, do a box set or have it come with Garcia Brothers as an extra CD, a bonus CD, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. We don't really know yet, but we definitely know that we do want to. I mean, we don't want to drop our old shit. You know, we don't like that shit. It was old. We were young ass kids, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think that's, you know, that's where we originated from, you know what I'm saying? That's when we first started, and that's what people like is the super old school shit. Just like ICP, you know, for example, wouldn't say Carnival of Carnage is their best shit, but they still put it out, you know?
Right.
And just same with us, you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely put it out if people want to hear it. You know, a lot of people haven't heard it.
Yeah, we'll remaster it, make it sound a little better, and we'll keep the original covers, but we'll try to put some better shit on the inside.
Right,
or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe some new bonus tracks to make it more of for people who have heard it, but they want to hear some extra shit, you know what I'm saying?
Some current shit, so that they know we ain't just some fucking 13-year-old juggalos rapping about slicing motherfuckers up and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it is fresh, because that's where we came from, you know? Because we started Axe Murder Boys when I was 12 and he was 14, and had been trying to rap wicked ever since then. So
and you can imagine 14, 16 years later how far we've came and how much better we sound now, you know what I'm saying, looking back at that shit, you know what I'm saying?
And we still love doing this shit, so that's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
For real, 100%, straight up.
I feel like I'm only getting better, not to sound super cocky, super rapperish, but
we are definitely much, much better.
Hell yeah.
For real. I can't front, man. Even Godsend, that shit came out, fucking 4 years ago? Maybe even longer now.
Yeah.
And I still think, you know what I'm saying, to the fucking change from then till now, which isn't even that long when you think about it. Well, I think we're 10 times better than we were in God's Hand, and that's considered our best album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I love that whole concept behind God's Hand, because Frailty was my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies.
Doug.
Just the whole concept, and you guys put that out. I was like, hell yeah, you know.
Yeah, man, I dig that shit. I like how we tied into it a little bit, and a lot of people thought that the Otis axe, the axe with Otis carved in it or whatever, they thought that's where I got my name or whatever. But I picked the name Otis when I was 12. Before I ever seen that movie, I picked it off the wall in the House of Blues in Chicago. We were doing a tourist thing in there with our Aunt Maggie and shit. And I seen it, right? And I was I seen a picture of Otis Redding, and I was like, that's gonna be my rap name is Otis. And everyone called me Little Otis and shit. But then it just fit so perfect with that movie, and I remember getting a lot of questions about that. But nah, I didn't gank it that hard to just steal my whole rap name off him.
Right.
Plus, I don't know when that movie came out, but I know I had put out records before that movie came out.
Yeah, straight up.
But then once I seen it, and then talking with all of our crew back then, you know what I'm saying? It was just the perfect fit for what we wanted to say and how we wanted to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that came out super strong, man. That album is the reason why we got our second deal with Psychopathic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shit was awesome, dog.
We were even on the same tip, we were even on that note, the God's Hand killing note, back in the Unforgiven Forest days, demon killing, you know what I'm saying? Fucking higher power, all kinds of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of just fit with the AMB theme anyway, you know what I'm saying? So that's the shit.
And you'll get a lot of that on Garcia Brothers, too. You don't really get it on the mixtapes, but that's because the mixtapes are more like this hip-hoppy, you know, like flex your rap skills type thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As opposed to like that shit that comes from the heart, that's for the albums, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
At least for now, that's what it's looking like. I don't know, that Knives song is pretty from the heart, but
oh shit, yeah,
things kind of played out right now.
That
song's incredible, man.
For real. I remember listening to it the first time when it first dropped. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I don't know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know,
it's a little emo.
Experience it. Yeah, it is a little emo. But I guess people respond well to it more, and exactly, people respond to that shit. It's so heartfelt, just like you were saying. Oh, that shit is heartfelt like a motherfucker. One of my favorites on the mixtape for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
It's tracks like that people can relate to, and it like triggers something into them. You know, they feel you on there. You know, they're like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. And
that's what makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Incredible.
Yeah, man.
Looking great track on there. All right, I'm going to get into a couple more questions.
Wind right now.
Are the singles from the Body in a Hole EP still going to appear on Garcia Brothers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know I wanted to put at least, I mean, maybe not all, but at least maybe one or two off of there. I want to put on Garcia Brothers for sure. But I was saying before, it's hard to do putting on shit that's old. I mean, it's not really old, but
old
like I said, we progress so fast. Yeah, right. Yeah. Like Body in a Hole is a great song. I fucking love that song.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
If we were to re-record it today, that shit would sound 20 times better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So yeah, to answer your question, that we want to. It just depends on how many, or which track, or even if any of them will make the cut anyway. Because Garcia,
we got a lot of new stuff that's better than all that. But originally, we did promote it that way. Originally, we did promote it that way, so we'll see what ends up happening to them. But we'll definitely do something with them that's fresh. It just might not be put them on that. It might be remix them and put them on something else, like a cut and stitch type thing or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, snap. I got to give my kid her Valentine real quick.
For sure. I was thinking maybe it'll come with, like I was saying, with the old school shit. Maybe it'll come with the box set. Or maybe you'll get it free if you fucking buy Garcia Brothers or something. You know, we definitely want to hook it up, but at the same time, we don't know how yet. You know what I'm saying? Or which way we want to, because it's just old. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I remember seeing that shit up on Hatchet Gear, and I was like, hell yeah, I got to go pick that shit up, and went to go get it the next day, and it was down. I was like, fuck, what happened?
Right, straight up. Yeah, I remember when we got a box of them too. Like right before we left the label the second time, I got a box of them. It was just like, wow, I can't believe, like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta fucking put something new out. You know what I'm saying? Because even a week later, like I was saying, a week later to us, to AMB, that shit's old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We could go home from the studio and think, damn, that's old. We should redo it. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what's going to be good about this year is we're going to keep, putting out new stuff.
Right.
And, giving everybody new shit to bump. So all year long you'll be able to bump canonized stuff. You know, J Dirty's always going. Mind Shot's always going. You know, and we're all just going to keep pumping and putting more and more stuff out. Try to make it, because you know how like some labels have a hot summer or whatever. We're trying to make it all year. You just, you got something to ride around and bump to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, well, we're almost getting close to being out of time. I got one last question here.
Cool.
A lot of people want to know what's your stance when you first heard about the FBI placing us on the gang list. What was your reaction, and what are your views on it?
Bones, you want to go first, or...
Yeah, for sure. Well, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm like, fuck the FBI for one. You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't raid my house and take me to jail for saying that. I know y'all are listening. But, But, I mean, you know, AMB gets the fall for that, too. You know, we're a Juggalo rap group, you know what I'm saying? Cops label the X logo as a Juggalo logo as well. We are affected a lot by this, too, and it fucking sucks, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, 99% of Juggalos aren't gang members. I'm not saying there isn't, but, you know what I'm saying? To label the Juggalos as a gang, along with the Sereños and the Bloods and Crips, you know, it's just fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know. I mean, obviously there are some, you know, bad apples in the fucking crowd, but there's a bad apple in every crowd. You can't label Juggalos as a gang unless you're going to go label the Kiss fans as a gang, or the fucking Deadheads as a gang, or the fucking Lady Gaga fucking whatever she calls their fucking fans a gang, and the Beavers a gang, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously Juggalos are way more ruthless, way more hardcore than any of those I listed, but...
I don't know, man. I got jumped by a Beaver gang, dog.
Bunch of fucking Beavers got you?
Yeah, dog. Real recently I got fucking danced all over on by them dudes.
I saw some funny shit.
It was none of the skinny jeans and fucking... all right, but no,
skinny
I
jeans
think
and fucking black leather wife beaters.
Yeah, dog.
And the old school and the 80s Vanilla Ice haircut.
Yeah, man. Those dudes whooped my ass. But
I mean, just to fucking finish off and clarify real quick, it's definitely wrong, and I hope, and I will stand by the Juggalos because I'm a Juggalo myself, 100%. And I hope it all clears. We all get our name cleared eventually because it just ain't right. But, yeah, fucking A.
I feel that. I guess I would say to it, I've known for a while that they considered us, like, gang-like affiliated like that because back in the day, you know, if I, hold on 1 second, my phone.
Just, I've been arrested a couple times for literally nothing, you know what I'm saying, for having a hatchet man on my window as a teenager, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like, or what the fuck's that on your fucking wrist? Let me take a picture of that in the fucking, in lockup, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, go ahead,
My kid walked up and gave me a Valentine, because we didn't see each other on Valentine's, so she just gave me the one that she made for me. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
But anyway, as far as that, see, man, we're super gang banging, as you can tell. But no, as far as that shit goes, I've known for a while because back in the day, interacting with police, they would, you know, check my tats and they'd be like, "Oh, you're a Juggalo," and hassle you about it. Right. And then the whole FBI thing and ICP suing them and all that, which is pretty fresh, man. It's really, I don't know, something cool that everybody can talk about. Like, what kind of band sues the FBI, dog? It's like, that's super fresh to me. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's tight. And so it's like a little bit exciting. At the same time, you hear about all the trouble that it causes people, like that Westward interview, you know what I'm saying, that came out, talking about kids getting beat up and chicks getting beat up by coppers and stuff just because they're Juggalos, and that was whack. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't really know what to say about it because it's obvious that it's wrong. It's obvious that it's off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that it's incorrect. So I hope they get it fixed. I hope that suing them or whatever they're doing is what it makes it to where we don't have that label anymore. But because there's Juggalo, you know, chefs and doctors and house moms and house dads and all that shit, all watch the life. People that have good lives, they can get seriously interrupted by all that gang labeling. So I hope it gets figured out, man. But yeah, fuck those guys for sure.
Well, guys, this is about to cut off. I'm not hanging up on you, so if this cuts off,
that's cool.
It just kind of shuts off automatically. So, but I want to thank you guys
for having us, man.
so much for calling in. Definitely try to get back in touch with you when we do get the Garcia brothers, and hopefully you guys will swing by my city. Definitely.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Fresh Crew Tour, xmurderboys.com.
Yeah, that's going down. Thanks again.